Hello my lovelies, welcome to my channel guys. I hope you're having a great day. I just thought today should be the day that I actually let you into my life, really. If you've been watching me, thanks for your support. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button, share this video. It's gonna be a difficult one, this one, and I've been meaning to share it with you for such a long time, but I haven't actually plucked the courage, and today I just thought it will be now or never. So I'm just gonna go and grab myself a cup of tea and then get right back and get into it.
Every single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
I've been struggling whether to share this part of my life or not, and whether it's the right time to share, but I feel like there'll never be a right time, I think, because it's very raw for me. I know some things happened years ago, and these are things that are very difficult to forget, but I will just go into it and start. So I have said in my previous videos, if you've been following me, that I was born and bred really in Zambia in a family of 10, and I was the second last born, and we actually lived what I would call a comfortable life. Even though there was a lot of us, I always wondered how my parents really managed to raise 10 children. So I should say they were pretty busy. In a way, I do thank God that I came from such a large family, and honestly, those years were priceless. Absolutely priceless. But yeah, so Christmas was always a ball. My brothers and sisters, during holidays, they would all come home. It was perfect. So just to have a full house, to have that noise, to have the laughter, the giggles, the fun, was amazing. Christmas was the most beautiful time because we used to have such a great time. We would have a feast at home, would have Christmas carols. It was just amazing. Christmas was really Christmas. Just spending time with loved ones. That was priceless. Anyways, I remember those days, and I look back and realize how blessed I was. Unfortunately, things really started going downhill. In 1990, my brother passed away. Do you know, they do say sometimes, and in each family, there's always one that would probably be a bit wayward and would be a little bit more mischievous maybe than the others. He was so funny. He was the most beautiful boy ever. He was my elder brother, and he left home, and that was a very sad time for us. And at the time, I probably didn't realize what impact it had on my parents, but a lot of times I used to see my mom crying, and yeah. But then a year after, that was like in 1990, we heard that he had actually passed away. Oh, that was such a blow. It was really, really hard. Really, really hard. My parents blamed themselves. Everybody was so sad and felt like maybe they could have done more. it was hard for my parents to move from that. And that same year, my grandfather died. He was like the strength of the family. It was hard. It was hard. My grandma remained on her own. She and my granddad were like best friends. I'm so sorry. My grandma, she died a few years after my granddad died. She was my namesake. And she always told me that I looked like her. And when she died, that was a big blow. Honestly, that was such a big blow. When my grandma passed away, it was the worst. She was a beautiful, beautiful soul, honestly. As time went on, in 1995, we lost the most powerful man in our eyes. We lost our dad. That was really hard. Dad was never ill. Dad was never vulnerable. To see him lying in a hospital bed, that was tough. When he was ill, I was actually studying in South Africa, and I remember coming home with my sister to see him. We were so shocked at how much Dad looked vulnerable in that hospital bed. The powerful man in our eyes, our protector. My mom's best friend. He was such a loving husband, and I always wished for a husband. I'm so sorry. Like the one my mom had. He had gone. My mom was trying to be strong for us, but I knew she wasn't coping very well. She was trying to be strong for us. I remember me and my sister walking into the hospital room, getting in there, and then coming out straight away and just hugged each other and burst into tears and cried. We didn't want him to see that we were crying. We didn't want Mom to see we were crying either. I think he died a day or two after. Oh, my mom. That was really when my mom could just not hold it. I mean, it was just too much for her. My dad was at everything. At the time my dad died, he had retired. My dad was farming as well, and he had a haulage company. And when my dad died, my brother, the oldest brother, resigned from his work and decided to come and help Mom with the business. Before Mom could actually even get over what happened to Dad, my brother, the one that came to actually live with her and to work with her and just give her that support, passed away as well. 1997, he died. How much can anybody take? How much can anybody take before they just crumble? Oh dear, life can be tough. Life can change just like that. That's why I always say life is so short. My brother passed away. That crushed my mom. Like, why? Why, Lord? Why me? I suppose she probably even started questioning God. Like, why me? I felt like that. Like, why us? Why? I always knew this was going to be difficult. Yeah, she was diagnosed with depression. But back home in Africa, I don't think depression is actually seen as an illness. I hope now it's being seen as an illness. I hope. Because then, I think if you said I had depression, people thought, you get a grip and get on with life. Don't be a sissy. Don't be such a loser. I mean, you've got to be strong. But depression is real because she was struggling to actually come out of it. But we all tried to be there for her. And then after that, my sister, I know parents shouldn't have a favorite. Honestly, I know. But I think she did have a favorite. Though we all felt loved, but we still felt like she really loved one of my sisters. She did all the right things. She was a vibrant soul. She was always happy, my sister. She was so outgoing. She was just a big bundle of joy. She had 2 boys. And she took ill 1998. Sadly, we lost her as well. That was tough. That now, just my mom could just not get over that. That was it. In 2000, my mom passed away. From depression, really. She just gave up. She just gave up. That was hard for me. That was really hard for me. Before that happened, there were opportunities for me to go abroad to study. But home felt like home, with my parents there, my family there. But at that point, I couldn't wait to leave home. It was so sad. I really couldn't wait to leave home, to just be far away. Too much had happened. Our beautiful family had just disintegrated in front of my eyes. Sometimes that could be enough to actually get somebody to feel they'll give up on God. I did think about it a few times. I lost faith. After we buried my mom, an opportunity came for me to leave Zambia, to go and study abroad. I took it. I couldn't wait to leave. And I left. It didn't make me feel better, but it just took me out of the environment. Home is not home when your parents are not there. For a long time I felt that way. And 13 years after I left, I never went home. I had to heal. But I never talked about it. I literally pretended everything was fine. I just went about doing my own thing, trying to be happy, but not facing going back home. And then I lived here, doing my studies, doing my student jobs, partying with my friends, not having a care in the world. Then I left Holland to join my sister in Scotland. I moved to live with my sister, who was already living here. My immediate elder sister, she was my pal. Lived with her for about 6 months before I actually moved to London. It was amazing. Memories of her, I mean, they're priceless. We had so much fun. We would sit and talk for hours and laugh. 2005, she got ill. The way she told me she wasn't feeling well, I didn't think it would be so serious. She still used to call me and would laugh. She'd tell me, oh, I'm off sick today, I'm not going to work, I don't feel well. I thought it was just one of those days, and then the next day she'd go to work. Little did I know, it was serious. My sister passed away. I can't even imagine, I can't even begin to tell you how hard that was. Honestly, I didn't know what to do with myself. I think the chat we had, the last chat we had about the best times of our lives, that was a way of saying goodbye. Thank you for a good time. But I didn't realize that till it was late. That was sad. Up to now, I can't get over it. A year after her death, I got married. My sister wasn't there. That was the biggest disappointment for me. She could have been my maid of honor. I needed so much support when I was getting married in a foreign country. I needed my sister. To help me choose my dress. To just be there for me. It was supposed to be a happy moment. But at the time it wasn't. So anyway, yeah, it was tough. Then in 2013, in January, just after New Year's Day, our firstborn sister, who was very healthy and just nothing wrong with her, also passed away. She just collapsed at work. How can you cope? How can you even start to understand? I called her on Christmas Day and she was having a shower, and I spoke to everyone else except her. And then in January, all of a sudden she's passed away. How is that? How is that even? Oh. It was a lot to take in. But then in June 2013, I decided to go home with my husband. That was the first time I went home after I left. And I went home, visited my sister's gravesite, visited her family, visited one of my brothers, in Kasama, and we had a lovely time there. He had survived 2 strokes, and he was on the mend. He was fine. He was his normal self. And my husband met him for the first time, and we came back to England. My brother passed away as well. How much can anybody take? If you ask me, how much can one take? I thank God though that I went at the time I did to Zambia and spent the time with him. Quality time. We had such a ball. But it was too soon. Up to now, I really cannot understand why. Only God knows. But you know, anybody that has gone through all this, I could probably understand if they lost faith in God. I felt like doing it at some point when my mom died. Over time, I felt like just giving up. But all this honesty has made me realize that life is too short to take for granted. I have seen it firsthand. Before anybody died in my family, death seemed to be so far. But now, looking at all my siblings that have gone to be with the Lord, it just seems like anybody can go at any time. We're not superhumans. We're not invincible. And I still believe God gives us one life. And it's up to us what we make of it. That is why I've decided to open up and just release myself in this year. And just begin to talk about things that I've kept in my life to myself. Nobody has a perfect life. But I've learned to embrace life. I know so much has gone on, and I miss my siblings like mad. I miss my parents like mad. I always say to anybody that has family, embrace each other, love each other, support each other, because life is short. Life is so short. You only have one family. Only have one parent. You only have one life. Embrace it. And that is why I have decided, I have not given up on my faith in God, because I think that is what keeps me going. Through it all, that is what keeps me going. But honestly, guys, this is the time to embrace each other. If you've got any differences with your family, with your parents, this is the time to make up. Because you never know what happens tomorrow. I have learned to appreciate life more. to appreciate family more, to just embrace life, and to be the best you can be in this life. I have learned to also allow myself to be vulnerable and to be able to actually speak my truth and to share about my life and just to give people hope. There's always light at the end of the tunnel, because before I lost anybody in my family, I didn't think I could actually survive without them. God, I feel, has given me the strength, the courage to go on and to see things in a different light. It's not an exciting video, but I just felt that in 2020, I will start opening up myself and letting people in, and also just be able to release whatever I've got in my heart, and that maybe I can move on as well. So please like this video and comment below if you've got anything that you want to say to inspire other people, or if this video relates to you, and please just let me know and comment below. And please subscribe to my channel. Please share the video, hit the notification button to notify you when I post the next video. So I've got a lot more to come. This is part 1 of my revelations, and I hope you have enjoyed watching it. Please keep smiling and embrace life, and God bless you. Have a lovely day. It's your girl, Lila Glow. It's me, Lila Glow. God bless you. Bye bye.